Hi everyone, hope you all are good. Welcome to the English Academy. In this video, we are going to start a new chapter from the novel The Railway Children by Edith Nesbit. Up till now, we came to know that this story is all about the two phases of children's life. The phase one, in which they were living a comfortable life, luxurious one, facilitated with all the necessities, and about the phase two, which is quite opposite to the phase one, in which children are living a miserable life. They are not that much wealthy now, and they have to face so many ups and downs while living at a cottage near the railway station, including the negativities of the new life. They also encountered some good moments and some positive things as well, like in the last chapter and last to last chapter, we came to know that they were rewarded for their bravery because they stopped the train before it involved in a catastrophic event, because due to landsliding the railway track was damaged and the train was about to pass by the station. But before it happened, children used their intelligence and waved their red petticoats as a signal to stop the train, and as a reward they got gold watches and chains. Then we came to know Mr. Perks. He is 32 years old now, probably, and he does not celebrate his birthday as his birthday is around the corner, and his children wants to make him happy. So let's see what is this chapter all about, which titled as The Pride of Perks. If you do not remember, let me tell you, Perks is the porter at the train station. Chapter number 9 revolves around the children planning a surprise community birthday party for Mr. Perks the porter, leading to a clash of pride before being resolved through goodwill. Let me tell you what we are going to read. Planning the surprise is the very first key point. Bobby, Peter, and Phyllis want to do something special for Mr. Perks. Because he always kind to them, they realize he is turning 32 but stopped celebrating his birthday due to the heavy cost of family life. With their mother's permission, they decide to collect small gifts and contributions from villagers. So it was the plan that was being made by Bobby, Peter, and Phyllis, that they will have some collection from the villagers and will go for buying small gifts as a kind gesture towards Mr. Perks, and in order to make him happy for the day, which is his birthday. The conflict of pride is the second key point. The children gather generous items like tea, a woolen scarf, and decorated buns. When they present the gifts, Mr. Perks reacts with intense anger and pride. He views the collective gesture as patronizing charity, which hurts his dignity. The children are heartbroken and confused until they explain that the gifts come from deep respect and friendship, not pity. Mr. Perks softens, realizes their pure intentions, and gracefully accepts the community's love. Actually, when the children presented the gifts to Mr. Perks, he thought that instead of being kind and generous, it was a result of charity collected by the villagers. But children tried to make the situation clear by saying that all these gifts does not belongs to charity, rather they are coming out of kindness and respect from the villagers for him. Now let me tell you in detail what actually happened in chapter 9. In chapter 9 of The Railway Children, the children learn that their mother has sold another story, which means they will have buns for tea. Let me make you remind that children's mother is a writer. She writes stories and get it published in newspapers or magazines, and in exchange she gets money. This is how a writer works. So, children thought, or selling of the story means that they will have some buns for tea. Excited by the prospect, Bobby suggests that they save the bun for Perk's birthday instead of enjoying them on the usual day. They explain to their mother that Perks is turning 32 and doesn't celebrate his birthday anymore due to familiar obligations. Touched by their kindness, their mother agrees to the plan, and the children begin to brainstorm ideas for making Pert's birthday special. They decide to involve the villagers and ask for contributions, believing that many would wish to join in celebrating Pert's birthday. As they venture into the village to solicit gifts, their expectations are mixed. While some villagers are generous, others are less enthusiastic. Nevertheless, they gather a thoughtful assortment of items for perks, which includes tea, a woolen scarf, and some other small gifts. Bobby and Phyllis also secretly prepare something special for Mr. Perks, hoping to make her feel appreciated. On the day of the celebration, they organized a charming tea party at the Perks home, complete with lovingly decorated buns and a range of delightful presents. However, the plan encounters an unexpected challenge. Mr. Perks initially reacts negatively to the gifts, suspecting them to be charity, which he abhors. He believes that he and his family should not rely on others for help. This misunderstanding causes a tense moment as Bobby and her siblings worry that their intentions have gone awry and that they have offended Mr. Perks. Feeling the need to clarify their good intentions, Bobby musters the courage to read the labels on the gifts aloud to explain who each item came from. Upon realizing that these gifts were genuine offerings of friendship from the community rather than charity, Mr. Perk's demeanor changes. He admits to feeling valued and appreciated by his neighbors, and the atmosphere of the gathering transforms into one of joy and happiness. The chapter concludes on a positive note with Mr. Perks showing gratitude for the kindness and friendship expressed through the gifts. He and Mrs. Perks agrees to celebrate their newfound relationships with the Three Chimneys children and supportive villagers, emphasizing the importance of care and community over material gestures or charity. This heartwarming birthday party brings happiness not just to the Perks family but to the children and the entire village, reinforcing the theme of friendship and consideration in the story. So, students, it was all from this chapter, which is quite simple and easy one. In this chapter, we came to know that children being very much, involved in order to make Perk happy. It was his birthday, and they planned a tea party by gathering and involving all the villagers, including some fresh buns, decoration, and also the presents from the villagers. Mr. Perk initially thought that these all things comes out of a charity, and he was being angry that he does not want to rely on charity and something like that, like in donations. But then children made him understand that it is not coming from charity but it is coming from genuine offering of friendship and compassion and respect as well. Then eventually he became happy and they had a very good time with each other. So I hope that this chapter is clear to you. Still, if you want to ask any question, you can ask me in comment section. Take a very good care of yourselves. Bye bye.